This is one of the apple trees that didn't make it this year. Don't know what happened to it. This one's got some nice apples growing on it. I don't really see any bugs yet, but I've been told to remove all of the fallen fruit to make sure that the worms don't have a place to grow. So the apple tree is doing well. One second and I'll show you the other apple tree I think I have. This is another tree that was planted here. I think it might be an apple tree, but I haven't found it yet and determined what it is. It's a good 30-40 feet from the other one. So we'll have to see what this one is, if I can find it, or look it up and find it, or if it bears fruit next year. More in a minute. This is a raspberry patch. I don't think that the stalks were chopped down at all, or plants were cut back at all last fall. Last fall is when we bought the place, so it's my understanding that I should trim these back within a couple feet of the ground come late fall, so that they come back with just fresh stalks next year. There's a few watermelons in here and cucumber, and these trees, they look like some kind of a cherry tree. I haven't looked this one up yet either, but there's lots of berries all over. And the bush is a good, two of them. Bush is a good 8 feet tall and 8 feet across. So I hope to find what these are as well. This one doesn't have quite as many berries on it, but we'll find out what it is. And in a second I'll take you to the other part of the garden. Had a rough go of a spring. These plants in this row, these tomatoes, are the second set of plants that I planted. I got to get in here and get some more weeds out of here. And these are doing pretty well. There's actually a few plants like that one and some of these other ones up here that were either volunteers from last year or ones that actually made it through the storm. These small black containers are around a couple pepper plants, and there's some more pepper plants in here. But most of what I planted for peppers and tomatoes was washed away by a big storm a few weeks ago. These plants here, there's some habanero peppers, jalapeno peppers, and various other peppers. And they're doing okay. And these plants were brought to me by my parents. They came out for a visit and knew I had lost most of the garden in the storm. And they brought some more plants with, which was awesome. We planted those and they're taking well. These are strawberries. We've been picking strawberries every day or every other day for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and we're getting quite a few of them. And as you can see, this row is pretty wide. Come fall, I'm going to split this probably into 3 rows by tilling between the tilling down in the middle of it, so that we can actually get in and pick them a lot easier. But the strawberries are delicious, and we made some freezer jam and some other stuff and ate quite a few fresh strawberries and gave a bunch to the neighbors. Boy, the neighbors really like that. This section of my garden I planted a little bit before the storm. There's a row of peas right here along the edge. I don't know if you can see those or not. About half the peas washed away. Beans are doing well, and they're growing in pretty nice, although late. Looks like I'll be able to get some good beans out of here. And I got about 5 rows of sweet corn, and they came in better than I expected after as much water washed over this section of the garden. This is kind of at the bottom of the hill. But I can see we had a storm last night, and it looks like some of these plants got blown over or knocked over by the heavy rain. But, you know, for our family, we should be able to get plenty of sweet corn out of here. Of course, I always got to get back in there and get weeding again. Just a minute, I'll take you over to the other garden. So I went into the weed line and tilled up some of this grass and just kind of hacked out a spot to put some pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns. So those are the 2 plants right there, and I'll see if I can't train the vines a certain direction just to fit in this area, and then hopefully be able to figure out how to pick off some of the blossoms to keep, you know, just a handful of pumpkins growing to get some bigger ones for the kids. So I'll talk to you soon. Okay, we've got a couple of raised bed gardens, and this one here, the 3 in the coffee cans, those are pear and cherry tomatoes, and the other one there is larger tomato, yellow one of some kind. One of those, that one is the one that my parents brought out. What they did was got some on clearance, and these are radishes. The row on the left, I thinned out about half of them, and the row on the right, I didn't thin at all. And we're going to see how they grow. The way it's looking right now, I maybe should have thinned out more than half of them, or put a lot less seeds. This is an experiment. This is iceberg lettuce. I've heard people say it doesn't grow real well in our climate, but I guess I'll see what grows. And then over here I have another small strawberry patch. And this one is doing well. We've probably gotten a gallon of strawberries out of this one. One more thing. We got quite a few of these lilac bushes around the yard. And if anybody is familiar with lilacs, is there a certain way should I be pruning these back in the fall, or should I just let them do what comes naturally? Talk to you soon. That's it for the update. Thanks.